Hi everyone, welcome. I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Um, just a few things before we get started with the show. I think I said early in the morning that I had premiered a new video regarding Zay, Beans, the boyfriends, and Boogie. That did really, really well. So thank you all for doing that, for watching, commented, and liking. I then cut out pieces and made it into shorts. To get the juicy bits. That's been doing really well, so thank you. So, I was relaxing after the stream this early in the morning. Monitoring YouTube stuff, seeing how that goes, and I was very happy with it. So then I had when I took a nap and then woke up and then I saw the Ruby was live. Ruby is a former locale worker. And now she does shows with herself, Lynx, and a few other people. Um, and I had decided that I wanted to go on the show because it was an open panel. And on this open panel, they were like live reacting to Grace Thorpe and Ben Thorpe on Kick. Now, I had a rudimentary grasp of Grace Thorpe. I know Grace and Ben had a thing going on and was very toxic to say the least. So so I uh so I didn't know that Grace had worked with Keem. And early on I had spoken about how Grace and Ben were like trying to go after Keem because they were like trying their best to argue that Lower Cal Live was baiting them into getting into trouble with the police, like with text messages and whatnot. And on the surface, I figured, that sounds like something that. Why would they text Grace to come up? But then they come to realize, after, having the initial giggle at that, with Boogie just standing there looking like he's a wallflower, which I find interesting with Boogie. Because when Boogie was going after Zay's boyfriend, calling him names and getting very aggressive, like shit talking, when he does it behind the camera, when he does it on screen, he's like a big man on campus. Like he will talk like no one else. Like he will talk like someone's holding him back, but then make false promises about how he's gonna do this, how he's gonna do that. When it came to Ben and Grace being confronted by Boogie and I think a couple other people from Local Live because Keem wasn't there, and Ben was like yelling at Boogie for saying, "Hey, I know you want to do this and that with my daughter. Say it right now." And he just got shook. This is Ben Thorpe. This is someone that everyone dunks on, and Boogie couldn't say anything. He got frozen. He got scared. It was very interesting about it. It was very interesting. Um. So, so then when it came time for when it came time today when they were doing the streams I didn't catch much of it there was a lot of shenanigans that happened. I think with links. I think either Ralph was mentioned there, but there was a clip that was provided to me by Victor Burns, which was from a tweet, which the tweet was from someone by the name of Shamu, who clipped a part of Ben Thorpe acting like a crazy person. Let me see if I could get that real quick. Okay. Let me don't autoplay it.
Links, have I?
There you go. Let me see if I could get this here. Hello, Vinny. Hello. Hope family's doing good with you, Vinny. Okay, so we go here. Make it big.
I honestly ever behave towards you like Ethan Ralph behaved towards you? Come on, be honest. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck you, and we're gonna take you fucking down, and you're gonna be on fucking Kino Casino, getting the shit ripped out of you. You fucking prostitute whore. Keep going. Fuck you.
Don't worry, Lynx. He won't hurt you. I
Her.
promise
Get
you.
her out of here.
She's gone. And bye-bye.
Fucking lying whore.
Lion horse.
Get ready to get ass raped. Rhetorically, bitch. Lynx, have I honestly ever behaved towards you like Ethan? But you said like, well, I just want to neutral. I just want to like pretend it didn't happen and smoke weed. Bitch, that is not going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be an L. So it's up to you.
You're trying to fucking make it like, oh, we see this problem, right? And we're going to try and help you out because we know better than you. Meanwhile, she's made more than you guys fucking made in what, 2 weeks?
Lynx, have I honestly ever behaved towards you like Ethan Ralph behaved?
So we have comments about the link says, bro, that was insane. Sherry says, yes, it was. Is there a link to the full video? From what people told me, I think they privated that. Either they privated or they deleted it. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, they killed it too quick. Oh, someone actually downloaded the file. Oh, God. Can manipulate the master manipulator. Have I ever treated you like Ethan Ralph? Guy gets told yes. He immediately acts like Ethan Ralph. Okay. Wesley probably has lucid dreams of sticking his. Is that Grace? Grosson said the grossest thing in this video isn't the language, it's the fact that daughter and father are okay. Might be kind, but she's not weak. I don't treat you like yeah, that's like that is truly like what the fuck is this? Hello. Let's see. Hello, old man.
You have no fucking clue the door you just stepped through.
There's a door. What's the door? Oh my god, what's the door?
You don't know shit about the lore of this family, do you?
I know elementary stuff back there. I just know basic stuff that was
Holy fuck. Oh my man. Oh my man. I'm gonna send you. I believe I've sent you these videos before. The Torps, TORPS. You fucking goddamn shit, dude. 10 months ago, FPS Diesel cut a fucking video on these people.
Okay.
And like, dude. Ben is insane. And Grace is stuck in an abusive loop.
I could see that.
Like, he's still going. By the way, like they're still live and he's still going. Dude. Ben Thorpe is an insane narcissist who has to have the attention, the clout, and everything on him.
Right.
Like you fucking saw what how he acted with Lynx when just being compared to fucking
Ethan. Yeah.
Ethan Ralph. Holy shit. Which, by the way, Ethan Ralph was literally in Ruby's stream earlier. Like, I wish I'd have known I could have called in because I would have called in and mogged the fucking shit out of him. Because he was in there pretending he was like, oh yeah, I didn't really all the stuff that people say about me, because people were mentioning stuff. All the stuff that people say about me wasn't really that big of a. Oh, I wish I could have known. I could have gone in there and fucking went at him right there, but I didn't, because A, I didn't know it was open calls, and B, I probably would have got it kicked out immediately.
Of course, they can't.
Because that wasn't the content that Ruby was trying to do at the time. So,
of course, but like when you had shown me the video with Grace going to the fat camp and like I forgot who it was that was at the door. I think Twizzy or something. I forgot. But like initially when I saw that, I'm like, oh wow, they're really pulling Grace's chain. And then Ben on the surface, I know Ben was a bad character, but the fact that Ben was yelling at Boogie, all Boogie didn't say shit. Boogie just stood there like he was a tree or something. Didn't fight back, didn't do anything. And like in my mind, I'm like, oh, Ben is trying to defend his daughter from these very evil people. But then like I watch these streams with Grace and Ben. The one that happened tonight with Ruby and stuff. The stuff that you sent me today. I'm congealing a thing with Grace and Ben's relationship that is so much more than just in it than some BS. Well, not BS, but just insane grooming stuff. Like this is insane.
mm-hmm.
Like
she's like in her 20s or something. Like, so it's not really child abuse or nothing, but she's
I made the wrong. I said the wrong thing, but it's some sort of
It is definitely an emotionally abusive spiral.
Yeah, it is, because Grace is in the back while Ben is on his rant and raving and fire and brimstone, and she's stuck. She can't leave. She has nowhere to go.
Well, even if she could leave, she won't. She's literally stuck on like.
Yeah.
They're in this extremely toxic, codependent fucking relationship with each other. She needs him just as much as he needs her, but he has no issue treating her like utter dog shit. For whatever fucking reason. He just hates women. Like he's got this whole fucking thing, dude, where like the whole thing was with Lynx, like he was saying really gross shit to her. Like I guess I don't know if you knew, but her nudes got leaked by somebody.
Yeah.
And she was she just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna put him on my Patreon before other people fucking, like, there was more that was threatened to be put out, and then she said, fuck it, I'm just going to put them on my Patreon where people could pay for them if you really want to fucking see them that bad. And she made like $2 or $3 grand doing that, which, cool, fine, whatever. I mean, if somebody's going to leak your fucking nudes and that's going to happen anyways, man, there's no sense in not taking that power back and fucking, making that money off of it too. I no shame in that game. Like,
of course.
But Ben, hold on, I dropped my mouse. Ben Thorpe, the absolute fucking cunt of a person that he is, can't stand when women do shit like that, and everyone has to fit his little goofy trad wife windowed idea of how women should behave and how they should act and how they should be like this and this and this. Meanwhile, he's in fucking VCs and he's in fucking text in chats, fucking saying the most like gross shit to them. Like how about how he was going to like fuck Lynx and she could sit on his lap and call him daddy and shit while she's making statues or whatever. And like he literally asked her, he's like, I guess Ethan Ralph started making fun of them. So Ben, in his little fragile fucking ego, decided to go on a warpath against Ethan Ralph, which, okay, fine. He's, a piece of shit, whatever. But I guess he was trying to get Lynx over to his side, and he asked her if he ever treated her like Ethan Ralph did. And she said, or, or something like that. And she said, yes. And he just, you saw it. He went, as soon as he wasn't validated, he immediately, the mask just fell off. That was it.
Oh, he was
and
I hear what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's the real Ben Thorpe right there. Everything else is a fucking smoke show. Everything else is a smoke show. Ben Thorpe is not happy unless he's the one that's being validated by everyone and fucking everyone's kissing his feet and everybody thinks he's king fucking dick. And if you're a woman who talks back to him, so help you fucking God. Like, dude, he literally went to Ruby's fucking town with Grace and was driving the streets yelling out her name, went to her fucking job and a bunch of shit.
Oh no.
Tried to go, dude, Keemstar and them was not the first people that he tried to go to their house. He tried to go to Review Tech USA's house, was threatening to do that. Like, this guy's a fragile ego little bitch. He has always been a fragile ego little bitch. I thought, like, when he first came out and shit, I thought he was like, him and Grace were like, all right. But then I realized who they were. I did like a little bit of research and shit. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? These guys are fucking nutballs. And I just cut that off. Like, I was in their chats for a little while and shit before I actually knew who they were and what they were about. Yeah, I cut that shit off real fucking quick. And I realized he's an insane sociopathic narcissist. Like, he's like almost 50 years old, dude, and he acts like a junior high schooler. It's I've never seen a 50-year-old fuckboy in my entire life, but that's what one looks like. The Ben Thorpe is a 50-year-old fuckboy, like full stop. Bro, him and Grace, like Grace tried to hook him up on like a fucking dating apps on shit, and he would always talk about how like he wanted to fucking like he would start off conversations with random women, which were obviously fucking bots, about how he was going to like whip them and they were gonna be like submissive to him and shit like that. Dude is just a stage 5 fucking creepo, man. Like 50-year-old fuckboy. That's all I could say about him. Like, that's literally what he is. Ben Thorpe is a 50-year-old fuckboy.
I mean, after listening to him on his tirade, it's hard not to come to this conclusion. And it's like,
You really need to watch that video I sent you. I need to find the Thorpe document.
It's so bad. Like, this is like, I heard, like I said, I heard rumblings about Grace and stuff. I thought it was just like this. You know what I thought it was? And excuse my ignorance. I thought it was like this weird hippie type of free love type of nonsense.
There's Shamu's fucking documentary. That's what I needed.
I thought that's what it was. I thought it was like free love, mad cool, like everyone is accepting and whatnot. But then,
no.
But then no. I understand that. But then I'm like, once I got engaged in the content, and once I listened to the kick stuff, and once you showed me the stuff, I'm like, oh, I am totally mistaken. I've been more focused on like Locale Live and Brew and Boogie and all those people in that universe. I didn't even think about Grace like that. So when I looked at Grace, I'm like, oh, this is a whole bag of worms. What is this stuff?
There was
And now-
there was an arc where Ben and Grace were arguing,
Uh-huh.
and Ben was laying in bed, and Grace was like in front of him a little bit, and he reached over and he fucking kicked her like super, super hard, and like almost launched her off the bed, and he got arrested for that shit. Like somebody from that was watching called the police on him, and he got arrested for it, even though Grace tried to lie and say it was a skit and blah 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 blah. And then there was
Thorpe is a
for a while
51-year-old
there was a no contact
man who
order.
hails
Like Ben was not allowed to be anywhere near Grace. There is video of Ben and Grace out in the middle of a forest somewhere, literally living off the grid, except for their live stream shit, where the police show up and Ben is hiding in the bathroom of the RV. And Grace is refusing to answer questions because they're looking for Ben. And they eventually find him inside of the bathroom of the RV because he had the fucking stream on, hiding in the bathroom with the volume up.
Stop it.
The
Really?
police walk by and they hear Ben listening to the fucking Grace's stream. I shit you not, bro.
Oh no, that's whoa!
I need to find it.
Please,
No.
Please.
And Grace the whole time is like not wanting to fucking like talk to him. Dude, he gets arrested like twice because the judge literally tells him, stay the fuck away from your daughter, and he doesn't do it. It's also Shamu. Shamu really like A-logs the shit out of these guys.
I could tell because he look at his tweet.
There's body cam of him getting arrested.
No.
Here's where he kicks her.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Here come the
Dude,
tears.
it's so much fucking lore. You're gonna have to do like
Here come the
multiple
tears from
fucking.
baby.
I stopped myself from crying. I stopped.
Oh, but
You're gonna
that's
have to do
perfect,
multiple
isn't
items
it?
over this shit.
That's even better.
He just fucking gets mad and in the middle of the statement just boots her real hard. And like you could tell it's not a skit because as soon as he kicks her, like she fucking goes like forward and then she just turns and looks at him. And you know that shit's not a skit.
God damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then the Lalo guy was the guy that we were fucking, like, everybody's been making fun of for the last few fucking days, because he's like this huge Ben and Grace simp. Like, he's basically in love with Grace, but he's an absolute fucking beta. And, like, Ben and Grace both went to his house, and they were like using his house and shit and making food and doing a bunch of shit without like his permission. And they basically bitch him out like constantly on stream, and he just fucking sits there and takes it because he's got no fucking balls. And then he ended up on Ruby panel with Ruby, Lynx, and Ava.
Yes,
And
right?
Grace joined up. Yeah. And he said that like he thought Grace got like wet for him because when she was dancing on him, he felt like water or liquid on his knee or whatever. And then the Kino Casino covered it and fucking mogged the shit out of him about it. It's its own fucking like universe of lolcows. It's insane.
This is insane. The fact that
Dude.
grown man is hiding in the bathroom and
Yes.
instead of being smart and putting headphones on.
He hid instead of being a fucking man and just coming out there and saying, "Yeah, I did it. What about it?" Like he hid in the bathroom like a bitch until the cops found him because he was so stupid he didn't know how to put headphones on to listen to the fucking stream. Like they were just about to give up the fucking like the search too. They could not find him. And then they heard the window open in the RV, and they heard him listening to the fucking stream on full volume.
Jesus. Sarah, this is amazing. This is insane. Like, like
Fucking hilarious.
is that why they're on in an RV? Because they're trying to run away from the cops, or is it just?
I think that was the original idea, and now they're literally just like doing RV travel for content. But like Ben, whenever he gets a wild bug up his ass or somebody upsets him enough, he wants to drive down to where they live and like go after him with Grace and act like it's all content and that he's trying to like troll them and blah 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 blah. Like this dude literally thinks like Ruby gave him like Ruby was cool with Grace for a little while before Ben started doing this creepy shit.
Yeah.
And like she gave Grace her address and Ben immediately doxed it. Immediately. Like within like hours, he doxed her fucking address online.
What?
And that's like one of the reasons why she stopped fucking with him. Also because he tried to fuck he again tried to fuck Ruby and was being creepy and shit.
But the mother's still alive. What's wrong with this man? This man is like insane.
Yeah, her mom's a little bit fucking out there too, but like not as much as these two are. Like there's video of Grace getting into it with her mom and literally grabbing her by like the hair on top of her head and fucking like dragging her out of the room by her hair.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like that whole fucking family's abusive.
Ah.
They also like Ben has a son who will not talk to him or Grace. Like Ben can't go anywhere near his other kids right now because of his actions and shit with Grace. Because their mom believes that Ben is sexually abusive to Grace, which everything points to it. Like they try to play it off like it's some joke and shit. I don't know why you would play that off as a fucking joke. I don't see the comedy routine in that. I don't see the content in that. I just don't. But he has a son where like he would call his like son like a bunch of gay slurs and shit because I guess his son was gay. I don't know. But like his son, I forget the guy's name. He was in like a leg cast or whatever, and there's video of Ben like trying to block his son from getting out of a car and kicking the cast like super, super hard and shit. Or something like that. Or just like not like making him stay upstairs of the house that they lived in and not letting him come downstairs or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Again, it's in the documentaries, man. That was before like my time of finding out who the fuck these people were.
And the crazy thing is, it's a 4-hour documentary. 4 hours. I think that's even longer than most June the King documentaries.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. They really like kicked off. As soon as they started doing internet shit, they kicked the fuck off. They did not slow down with their insanity. Oh shit.
Now my question is that do you think that there will be any resolution to this saga? Like, do you think that Grace is going to realize, hey, this is really bad? Like, even if there is no grooming stuff, right? The fact that
when he dies, maybe. When he gets old and dies, but by then she'll be so fucking far gone that like.
I mean,
I don't know. I think she's always going to be hopelessly dependent upon him because she's burnt every other fucking bridge. She's allowed him, I should say, to burn every fucking bridge. Because of her toxic codependency with him. She's burnt every collaborative bridge that she's ever had. Her and Ruby, her and Lynx, her and Ava, her and Keemstar and the LCU. All of that. There is a reason, like for what people have to say about Keemstar. the smartest thing he did was not allow Ben to be a part of the LCU, because that is a massive fucking brand risk. Unfortunately, he was too stupid to actually do any research and realize that Grace will never get away from fucking Ben, but
Well, I mean, one can
whatever. At least
argue,
he got
what
some
about
content out of it.
I mean, to be quite frank, what about the whole kid behind the camera stuff? What about, you know,
Creep behind the
Boogie?
camera? Yeah.
Yeah, what about all those? Like, again,
What is
I
this shit I'm hearing about people saying that you took his side?
No, I didn't. Oh my lord, Maggot
What was
did
it?
So let me be crystal clear about what happened.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just curious because I had not heard anything about it.
I will explain my position.
Sure, absolutely.
So initially, when I did a stream, Maggot had clipped me saying that everyone protects everyone in the community,
Mhm.
right? Everyone has that one friend that did something stupid, and they will glom onto it. And then I said that people are more effing about kid behind the camera and like people supporting kid behind the camera, but nothing's going to end up happening because Keem is protecting him, Boogie's protecting him, Lol Cow is protecting him. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, there's no point. There's no point at all. But I did say, and I will continue to say, that kid behind the camera knew what he was doing. Both of them knew what they were doing, and this whole thing about how he didn't know that she was this age when they got together was false. There are videos on it, but like people ran with that narrative.
You think he knew that she was 15 years old when he got with her?
Please, there's no if
Because I'm gonna be honest. I actually believe that as well. I think he knew as well.
It's like I said, regardless of
Which
the
makes him a
fact,
pedophile, in my opinion.
it's weird. It's weird that like I'm going to argue with the fact that if you look at how Bridget looked at that time, she didn't look mature. But what ended up happening, the whole clip got our mutual
Yes, dipshit. I know.
our mutual yes, to say, and I quote, "You are dead to me. You're dead to me," and then I'm dead to him because of that. I'm dead to him because I'm collaborating with you. I'm dead to him regardless of the fact. No matter what I do, I'm dead to him. So that's what happened.
Best thing that ever happened to you, in my opinion. But whatever.
I'm like, listen, I don't know. I don't ever made this official. There's going to come a time where Slug is going to be like, come to his senses, like, oh no, it's me, the Huggy, and I'm like, I'm not angry I'm not going to be like, I hate you, Slug, but I'm not going to let this happen again. You say you're dead to me, okay, I'm dead. I'm deceased. Leave it like that. I'm not going to say nothing bad about you. I like you. I think you were nice. But this shit needs to stop for mirror reasons. And but yeah, I'm not people. When people
I'm gonna say the same thing. I don't really hate him either. I just think he's a massive hypocrite. That's all I had to say about it.
Well,
that
like
was the entire thing. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't even fucking think about him anymore, to be honest. So
but
there's point.
but that's what happened. That's the whole point. But
okay, so your official position on kid behind the camera is what?
He. I'm not gonna say he's a rapist. I'm not gonna say all that. But Slug wanted me to say that. I will say that he's a degenerate person. He knew what. I believe he knew ahead of time, and even if he didn't know at the time, and let's say he knew about the birthday stuff, I would still fucking have broken it off because, like, you lied to me for all these years. You could have got me into trouble. People have found out. I could have went to jail for being with you. I'm not that you shouldn't build a relationship or a marriage based on lies, even on that. So I would argue about that. But you're not gonna see me, Vector, talk about child marriages being legal. You're not gonna like how people were saying it.
Yeah,
or
I don't.
whatnot.
I know that's the same shit that Tina was saying from LCU. I don't buy. I don't care.
I don't care
That's
about
not
that either.
applicable to me. That's not applicable to me, bro. Like
Now, I've also
the law is the law is the law, regardless of whether you knew it or not. You're still committing statutory rape.
Yeah,
Like,
now, I know people make arguments, but it's been this way since the beginning of time, or early on. That's not my position. The position is the current. The position is now. What's happening now? What's happening now is the behavior the Mike is doing is weird. And again,
I
how
felt
is it?
a certain way about it in the beginning, and then I went back and I did some like research on it a little bit
Uh-huh.
more. And then I feel a little more strongly about the other side. Like originally I was like, okay, well, he didn't know. Yes, he did wrong, blah, blah, fucking blah. But he was just a guy who had already invested 2 years into a relationship. And at that point, it was completely legal. So he's already done 2 years. What's the fucking matter now? Blah, 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 blah. And then I went back into it and I said, okay, no, I'm going to actually do some research and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to fucking see some things. And then as I started to look more and more at it, my eyes sort of opened a little bit more and I went, you know what? There's a very fucking strong possibility. I can't prove it. Can't quite prove it. But there's this little itch in the back of my fucking mind that every single time I talk about it grows a little stronger and a little stronger that he fucking knew she was 15 years old and he didn't fucking care. I can't prove it.
Yeah.
And it
We
doesn't
can't prove
necessarily
it.
mean it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
But that itch gets stronger every single time we talk about it.
Of course, but that's why I don't pick at that scab. It is
where if he was to came out and say, yeah, I knew, who gives a, what are you going to do about it kind of shit, I would be like, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to find that out. That's where I'm at.
Vic, if he had
Regardless,
said
he
that,
should have been taken off the LCU and cast out of the
he's
internet.
not listen.
But that's not going to happen.
Listen, if I want people to understand something, what Kid Saga or Kid's arc, very, very bad. Reprehensible, very, very bad. I want people to understand that. So let's put that on the shelf. Boogie lied about cancer. Understand something. There are people in that audience that have had people died of cancer, living with cancer, fighting cancer. This man talking about blood cancer that's going to kill him in 20 years. And then when he tried to prove it, he couldn't do it, and then everyone got mad. And then he literally said, I have friends that been through cancer. God forbid he had people die of cancer. Here he is, allowing Boogie to be employed and making money when he lied about something, and then
Keem doesn't have a moral. Keem doesn't have a moral compass. He doesn't. He's never had a moral compass. He will always go the direction of money and clout, no matter what. He'll keep Boogie, who lied about cancer. He'll keep Kid Behind a Camera, who did all of this shit, and regardless of whether he knew what the age was or not. He's still fucking, in the eyes of the law at the time, maybe past the point of the statute of limitations. But he committed in the eyes of the law. Ignorance is not a fucking excuse. He still committed statutory rape. He will bring back Wings very, very soon.
Oh yeah,
Wings will be back soon.
Bro,
if he's not already back.
Bro, I did videos about his bullshit anger management course. Yeah, he's coming back. I mean, come on.
He will be back before the end of April. I fucking guarantee that.
I say earlier. I mean, I would say maybe earlier next week. I would say probably next week. But the thing is, the only thing that Keem did with common sense is not put Ben Thorpe in the local universe, because that's the only thing
which is crazy to me, because he's already got enough brand risk as it is.
Yes, Boogie and fucking Mike or brand risk. Team is a brand risk.
What's one more? But still, Kelly gave him consent to beat her. What?
But Kelly,
I don't care what Kelly's dude.
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
I don't care what
Oh
Kelly
yeah, I
said.
forgot about that. I
It's
forgot
still
about
not
that. I
okay
forgot
for him to
about that.
shove her into a fucking table.
Dude, he fucking bulldozed Kelly. Yeah, and also Kelly's a cancer survivor, bro. She's fragile, and she got. It's like,
But like,
Jesus.
yeah, okay, fine. And they're now sitting here saying shit like, "Oh well, she shouldn't have been in his way" and stuff. Like, bro, that's not a fucking excuse. This fat asshole should learn how to control himself. Like, let's be honest.
The whole thing with the car thing that was kind of excessive, but I could
The
make
car
the
thing
argument-
wasn't a full-on slap. Like, let's be real about that.
yeah,
That, would
I
have full-on-
could
that was him reaching over to
argue-
grab her arm to stop her.
Yeah,
he shouldn't
it was
have.
a-
He
it-
shouldn't have.
It
But
sounded
everybody
bad.
playing it off like he reached over and smacked her arm as hard as he could.
No, it
stupid.
sounded bad. No, it sounded bad, but it didn't look bad. You could like
But-
argue against it, but that
You combine it with the fact that he shoved her onto the table and other things that have supposedly happened in the past. It does not paint a good picture.
Also, the whole thing with Locale Live, like, but like here's the thing that I realized covering Locale Live and looking into the Grace Thorpe stuff is like women are the ones that are getting abused or getting bullshitted more than in this space than ever. Cause look at Becky. Becky had her whole head
Mhm.
shaven just for her to get back.
More than that, they had her cover herself in fucking like pies and shit yesterday, which whatever, but like
Yeah, and then,
it's this weird humiliation fetish. Like it's just a network of humiliation fetishes. That's all it is, man.
yeah.
Somebody's getting punished for something at some time because Keemstar sneezed the wrong direction and it made him mad.
But the thing is that when Boogie got
And
punished-
then when people literally point the finger at Keem and go, "Dude, you're to blame for this because you fucking are the catalyst for all this," he puts his hands in the air and goes, "Why am I getting all the blame for it? I'm blah blah blah," painting himself as a victim. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And
like
it's literally the only way they get money is off of these desperate fucking weirdos who just want to be like feel like they're a part of something. When the truth is Keem doesn't give a shit about you. He will literally, if he finds out you're talking to anyone he doesn't like Lynx or Grace or anyone else, doesn't matter if you gave this guy $10,000 fucking dollars, he will ban you out of his fucking servers. And he will make fun of you while he's doing it. Because he doesn't give a shit. Because again, he doesn't care about anybody else but himself. Hell, I would even be dare to say that he probably doesn't care about Brantley that much, in my opinion. Because what's going to happen when she hits like 35 or 40 and she hits the wall? Oh, Keemstar's going to start shopping for another secretary.
I mean, if like that's a long-term prediction. I will argue that, but
I mean, yeah, that's quite a few years off. He's still playing with the new model, but
of course. But what kills? But like I said,
eventually that new model's going to get old and he's going to get bored and tired.
I'm surprised he's not already bored and tired. But I would argue this is that the more heinous punishments are with the ladies. Boogie supposedly got the word liar tattoo on his cheek. Where is that? Like he destroyed that tattoo. It's supposed to be permanent. It's not there anymore.
Oh yeah, he never intended to get liar fully tattooed on his fucking face.
Hey.
And Keemstar never intended to keep that on his face.
Yeah.
He got
And
he got that tattooed as light as humanly possible, and then he immediately went home and started working at it. Like he never intended to have that.
And then like he went to the corner to get balloons thrown at him. Then he worked on the side of the road. Like, I mean, compared to having your head shaved off, compared to having one of the milkers having to eat a hot chip, like that is like a whole balance of like inequality when it comes to the punishment. And also, I find
Yeah,
it
that's a
funny-
good point, Kia. By the way, he's so in love with Brantley that he wanted to marry her, but he won't legally marry her. You know why? Because as soon as she gets around the age that he doesn't like women to be at, which we know is around 35, 40, he's going to dump her. So he doesn't want to have her attached to anything legal, so that when he breaks that off, that transition is as clean as possible. That's why he's literally sitting at fat camp going, well, I'm not going to marry her because I don't want the government in my business. No, you don't want to marry her so that when she gets older and she starts to hit the wall that you think that women hit because you're a misogynistic piece of dog shit, that way you could trade her off for a younger model that's just as stupid as Brantley was when she was that age. He's going to leave her with almost absolutely nothing. Or he's going to give her like a few $1,000s and be like, well, I gave her a severance package or whatever the fuck. Like, okay, dude. And Brantley's just like, I like Brantley. I got nothing against her, man, but like, she's too young and stupid to see what is really going on here.
like I said, there'll be like an NDA, so she's not allowed to do a tell-all. She won't get no prenup because they're not legally married.
Oh yeah,
And-
no, that's why he doesn't want to get legally married, because he doesn't want to sign a prenup or have any kind of a situation where a prenup doesn't matter. Like,
And what are your thoughts, Victor, about people canceling Xylee for being friends with
Canceling-
Michael?
canceling what?
Xylee. People are not saying that Xylee is.
I can't blame them.
Oh really? Okay.
I can't really blame them. Like Flatley and them like going at Xylee about that shit. I can't blame them, man.
No,
Everybody
I was
feels a
just
certain
asking
type of way about fucking Michael, man. And you know what? Xylee can do what she wants to do. She's an adult. But there's oh motherfucker, I just died. There's a fucking consequence to like dealing with people. I'm literally trying to fight my way through Path of Exile 2, and I've just met the hardest boss in the game so far.
What?
Fucking giant wolf boss kicking my ass. Glad I'm not playing on hardcore. You know, I'm fine with Xylee. I don't have an issue with Xylee at all, but I know Xylee well enough to know that she's going to go whatever direction she thinks is most advantageous to her. And she probably doesn't give a shit what Flatley and people like us have to say, which that's
No,
fine. Whatever. She's
because
making
she's
money with
making
Kingstar. I don't
money.
care. But let's be honest. This is the woman who, like, you and I sat there with Van Luke and we're talking to Van Luke for 6 to 8 hours about the entire situation. And I don't know if you were in the chat when she came in, but Xylee came in twice and was talking all that good shit about Van Luke. And I literally told her, why don't you come in here and let's have this shit out right now? And because it wasn't on her turf, her
didn't wanna do
page, she didn't want to fucking do it. Twice she cowered it out of it. I'm not surprised that Xylee is going to go the way of like the money and clout and etc. Like, that doesn't surprise me. I don't really think, you know, again, I don't have anything personal against her. This is just an observation. But Xylee's going to go the way that makes her money. Which, whatever, get that bag, but just know that there's a consequence to it.
But here is my other argument.
I hope you enjoy your time with your new family, like, or your new fucking friends and collaborators and etc. I don't want to say family. I shouldn't say family, but
right. But
none of us were actually family. So,
but the thing is that if given the opportunity, if Keem, like, for those that have every right to feel the way they feel about Mike and the whole situation, if Keem came and said, "Here, I'll give you a job in Local Live. Here is the guaranteed money. Here's the position. Here's the time, and you might have to work on Mike." I think most people would do it. There's no principles.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no morality.
I would probably not do it myself because I'm the type of person where I don't really care about the money. It's the principle to me. But if I could work with Local and make money and shit and not have to work with Mike, I would probably be okay with it. Like I think Flatley was talking about how Bunny Buttons didn't want to like fuck with Mike at all. Like she didn't want to go anywhere near Mike. She just wanted to do the stuff with Chaffee on the one channel she's on, and she didn't want to have anything to do with Mike. Which that's fine if you can get away with that. But I think at some point, Keem's going to make you fucking have to deal with Mike, whether you want to or not.
Yep.
And if you try to tell him no, he's going to pull the, well, I'll just fire you card out. Which, if that happens, I would hope that Bunny or somebody else that has that rule would be at least, strong enough to say, okay, fire me, fuck you. I don't care. I don't need it. It's weird, dude.
Yeah.
It's like Keem gets you dependent upon the income that he gives you or the money that he gives you. Because, like, he's literally got the rule, like, you can't stream on your other streams. You're not allowed to do any of that, blah, 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 blah. And at first it was, oh, you can't do it at the same time as locale shows. Well, now there's so many of them, it's just you can't do it at all. He doesn't want you doing it at all. And if you do, like, oh, there's punishments. Oh, Keem's going to bitch at you. Oh, he's going to make you feel bad, blah, 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 right? That's a big reason why I don't think I could work for somebody like Keem if he offered it to me. Like, in principle. Because I would still want to be able to do my own thing. And I would tell him, tough shit. I'm going to go do my own thing. You don't like it? Fire me. I don't care. And he's looking for people. He's looking for people that are going to go, no, Keem, please don't fire me. You're the only one who, your shows are the only way I make money. I'm so dependent upon you. Like, that's what he's really looking for.
I'm checking Xylie's channel to see when's the last time she...
Yeah, I don't know when the last time was that she fucking streamed. She's usually doing stuff with Billy, and that's it. But hey, man, if she makes more money on Rewind with Billy than she does on her stream, fuck it, go do that. Like,
she's the last live stream was like 4 days ago. So she is doing live streams, but
yeah, but she used to do it like every fucking day or every other day or something like that. And now I think she donates most of her time to Rewind. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, I don't go checking Xylee shit. And if she is able to find like a work balance between the two, good on her, whatever.
Of course.
I don't think you should be like, she definitely doesn't have any room to be calling out people for being creeps and pedophiles when she went to Fat Camp and buddied up the one.
Oh, what?
Like, that's just how I feel about it. Like, I don't care. If you want to work with Mike, that's fine, but you don't get the right to call other people out for being creeps and weirdos. Like, you just don't.
Look, the fact that Mike has an arc where him and Bridget are trying to get a divorce, and it's the most weirdest arc ever.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that shit is real.
And it's like, it's complete BS because they're trying to do reality show type of thing. But it's like,
I hate that shit. So many people are trying to be McJuggernuggets, man, and it just doesn't fire in this day and age. It doesn't.
He got into hot water because of Bridget. Why all of a sudden would you want to divorce Bridget when you have kids, and then Bridget goes on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and then starts crying about how I manipulated Mike. I liked him, Mike. Now I'm beholden to Mike because he gave me a kid, a house, which was built on the back of Angry Grandpa. Let's be forever honest, guys. I was
gonna say Mike didn't fucking. He was a part of the Angry Grandpa shit. That's literally like if Angry Grandpa was still alive, they'd still be doing videos on shit.
Exactly.
This motherfucker's gonna kick my ass again.
So Bridge is like, Mike gave us this, Mike gave us that. No, Mike gave you kids. Maybe because he was too lazy to pull out. I don't know. But the whole house thing, the whole lifestyle thing was not because of him.
I want to know what age she was when they had their first kid. That's what I want to know.
Ooh,
because if she was pregnant when she was like 17 or whatever, like I could understand a little bit more why he stuck around in that case. If it was a case of like, well, she's, 17, it's legal, but she's having my kid, I could maybe understand. Like, even though it's still morally
There
wrong,
was a
I could
Twitter
understand a person's way of thinking, but I don't think that was the case.
Victor, there's a Twitter video when they were dating where they were like, "Oh, you did this to me." There's a Twitter video of that. I don't like since she was Matt Young.
Yeah,
When
but
they were
again,
married.
if he thought she was 18 when he was doing that, then like that's just two adults being like gross. But if he knew that she was 15 doing that, then that's, oh my god, that's ultra bad.
Question is is that if you have any questions on
Granted,
the
you shouldn't be fucking saying that shit online in the first place. Like nobody wants to hear about your sexual exploits.
exactly. My question is that if you had any type of nagging feeling about someone's authenticity of age, there's such a wonderful invention, and I know people are going to say you're being too crazy. There's something called an ID card, and the fascinating question is
Nobody gets into a relationship asking you for a fucking ID. Like,
right, but you know how Mike is when it comes to alcohol. You know how this man is a major lush. You're telling me that during this whole thing, this whole relationship, they never went to a bar. They never went to any type of over 21 thing. You mean to
well,
fucking tell
I'm
me
not.
they
Well,
stayed at
not if he thinks she's 18 years old and the age of or the age of drinking is 21 or something. I could see that. If like you can't go into a bar or drink alcohol until you're 21, and she's telling him that she's 18, like I could see why he didn't take her to a bar or anything, man.
Well,
It's like that's some arrestable shit. Granted, fucking a 15-year-old as an adult is arrestable as well. But still.
But whatever the case is, but the point is that they did a whole video. She did a whole video trying to say that he gave us everything, and he just scraping off the memory of Angry Grandpa. People are subbing to the channel because of Angry Grandpa, and now he's on Local Live just being a humongous lush, being incredibly disrespectful. Allegedly, people have told me through the grapevines there may be an open marriage, so that's why there are certain videos where.
Yeah, I believe that's it. I believe they're in an open marriage. I believe that they like sleep with other people and shit. That's like they both said that. Which of course that could be bullshit. Everything's a fucking skit on the internet.
Everything.
You never until it's not.
But he did say that he wanted to have relations with Grace Thorpe, that he wanted to go to Vegas to get with a stripper.
Yeah, that's coming from Grace now. I don't know how accurate that actually is.
No, he said this. He said this.
Oh.
In Fat Camp, I think there's a video a clips I made where he was saying that, oh, I want to be with Grace. I want to be with this. I want to be like.
I know that they were playing it up that Bridget was like horny for Grace or whatever when she went to visit them to sign the NDA and go visit Tina and all that shit. I know that was like part of the skit or whatever.
Bro, Mike was smashed. Mike could barely stand up, and it's like you like I said, this is not 100% about Mike. But it's like Mike leads to a whole different things in the community. Like because of Mike, you had the whole Peapod drama. Because of Mike, people were taking the piss out of me.
The Peapod drama happened because Peapod said the wrong fucking thing at the wrong fucking time to the wrong fucking person.
Twice.
And yeah, he doubled down on it.
Oh yeah, and also there are allegations. I can't confirm it, but there were allegations that fucking K-Hug was vouching for Mike. But I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see some shit on that before I
don't have any proof on that. So let's just argue. So let's put that as a wash. But primarily speaking, Peapod just said some shit. I said some shit, but I still made the argument that everyone protects everyone. If there is a monetary benefit to protecting someone that's a creep, you're gonna protect the person that's a creep. Hell, back in
I would say the
September,
direct opposite of that, though, Huggy. I think everybody will eventually betray everyone. Maybe it's because I'm a cynic,
Victor,
but
Victor,
I think
you
I
hit the
think you
nail on
will.
the
I
head.
think people will only betray someone if it's advantageous, or only protect them if it's advantageous to them.
Of course.
I think that's the
Like,
only time that people protect people
people will
on the
hold on.
online.
People in this community are so mentally deficient that they are incapable of holding secrets. Remember with Doctor on the Radio? Doctor on the Radio got exposed by Toastify. And you would figure Toastify would be holding that shit to the grave. But no, all of a sudden it
Yeah,
got
Tosify should have
exposed.
called that shit out when he knew about it. Like, what the fuck are you
But he
doing, bro? Why
didn't.
are you
But he
sitting
didn't.
on that?
Because it's for content. And I'm telling you,
That's
the
stupid. Yeah, I get your
the
point there. People should not be sitting on shit for content.
people
Like, if you
it,
know some foul, bad shit is happening, you should be calling it out immediately.
exactly.
Like,
And
yeah, there should be some principle on that. God damn it, I just got frozen. I'm dead. Fuck.
there are people with within and outside the community that have these certain people in their life, or a group of people in their life, who they're protecting, who, at a drop of a hat, at a snap of a finger, if they get a little bit grumpy or they get a little bit agitated, they'll slip up because they're incapable of being silent on stuff. They're incapable
Yeah.
of it. So, like when it comes to when it comes to keeping on the camera, there might be some stuff that's coming out that Keen Boogie might release just because it's chum for the masses. When it came to Doctor and Radio, that was a thing too. When it comes to anyone else in this community, it's always going to be, hey, oh, this person that you like, yeah, he's a bad person because he did this, and this. Heck, Flatly posted a picture of me. Like you comment on it. Of the yes, he posted a picture of it. You know what the antithesis of that? Now, I figured that big got you. The reason why that picture exists is because Burn took it from Rev. So Rev gave Burn the picture.
Why did Rev have it?
I don't know. But like I said, loose lips sink ships. I just so happened to be in Burn's stream when they were talking about me, and they were playing Guess Who, gave me the picture, and then he told Reese and some other dude, I don't know his name, that Rev gave him the picture.
Oh,
So
you motherfucker! I died.
it's okay. But then Burn said to Reese and whatever, Burn said, "Oh, I didn't feel comfortable posting the picture, so I'm going to give it to Flatly to send the picture." So now we have this thing.
Which, if that's the case, that's some bitch shit. Why the hell do you need Flatly to post the picture when you should just?
But
throw
here's
some
the thing, though. But here is the prime example of what made my separate claim about people protecting people valid. If I was someone that people liked, that picture would not be plastered all over Twitter. There's no way in God's green earth that would happen. People would came to me and then be like, "Oh, this is what I found," but no, it was just posted. Just like how that clip with the whole MAGA stuff, that stuff was clipped and whatever the case is. There, people just don't fuck with me anymore like that, and because of that, stuff like that comes out. But when it came to Doctor and Radio, it took a large, arduous thing for people to finally expose the truth on Doctor and Radio. It took a while for people to expose Keep Behind the Camera
Yeah.
fully.
Well,
So,
it
it's
didn't
always
it
about
didn't
favoritism.
because he had already had exposure from it. It was just nobody
But you
fucking
know what I
really
mean.
paid attention to it, like
But what?
until
Yeah.
it was brought out, and then people were like, whatever, and then or the reaction to it was the reaction, but then it wasn't really brought out even more until he got on locale and got even more popular, and that's when people started really talking about it.
Exactly. I mean, technically, he should be popular because he has Angry Grandpa. The Angry Grandpa show was a very famous thing, but
Yeah,
again,
but with that, it was just posting videos. It wasn't really live streams where you could directly confront
yeah,
him on it.
true.
So he could post the video, have his mods or whoever delete the comments, and be completely inoculated to any kind of blowback on it, right? Delete whatever on Twitter and be completely inoculated to the blowback of that. Going on Keem's shit, he doesn't have the full fucking control that he had. So it was like, he had to kind of grin and bear it up until the point that Keem was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to pretend fire you, and then we're going to bring you back because everybody wants to go on strike, and blah, blah, fucking blah, because it's good. It's a nice little skit content that we can do to make some fucking, we could sucker people into fucking donating to bitch at us, which I got to give Keemstar credit. He does know how to manipulate
people
retards
did.
into giving him
Yeah.
money to bitch at him. Like if you're gonna fucking, I even think he does meta with that a little bit sometimes. Like you see him on fucking locale going, guys, I'm tired of you fucking sending me like donations to fucking to bitch at me and to cuss me out and blah 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 blah. Stop doing it, and then people will do it more. And it's like this dude knows what he's doing. He's doing that on purpose. He knows they're gonna keep giving him
course
money
he
to fuck
is.
with him.
Of course he is, but that's
Because
how the thing
A-loggers
is.
and trolls are actually retards. That's why, like, DSP would be a rich fucking man if he actually, like,
Lean into the bit.
if he leaned into constantly getting trolled and not, like, blocking every part of the troll to where it was just boring to fucking go at
To
him.
be fair, he had a lifeline when it came to Kino Casino, and somehow he fucked that all up. So
No, he didn't.
doesn't-
They were playing him the whole fucking time.
In
He was
his
just too
mind,
stupid to see that shit. Yeah, he
okay,
thought he
in
did for a
his
little
mind,
while.
he thought he had something.
Granted, I'm not a big fan of Kino Casino. I think they're both fucking retards as well, honestly. But I mean, it's retards calling retards. It's the Spider-Man meme, man, where they're pointing at each other as the same Spider-Man. Like it's retards calling retards on the internet. That's basically how it is. The only difference is, who's the more popular retard calling the other person the retard. Like
Exactly.
that's what the whole game is. They're all a bunch of shitto ass fucking retards, and the point is, who's the most entertaining retard out of them all? And the most entertaining retard out of all of them is the one that fucking wins. And goddamn, I've never said retard so much in my entire life at one time.
You have to write. No, but you're right about that. You're absolutely right, and it's like, Keem knows how to play the masses. Keem has his own network of people. He has Boogie, he has Tina, he has Becky.
That's why he keeps Mike on, because he knows he'll still get the people that will go to Queens and will fucking give him money to call Mike a pedo. Like, that's why he keeps Mike on, because he knows that. He knows he could still get money off of Mike. The moment that he believes that Mike is a massive brand risk,
He'll
where
kick
YouTube's
him.
like, look, it's been proven that Mike did this or this or this, and YouTube comes to him and says, it's either your channel or Mike, it'll be Mike right off the bat. He will have no loyalty to Mike. But right now, he knows he can get the retards that are willing to give him $20 at a time to call Mike a pedophile. So that is why he's keeping Mike. Not out of some sense of friendship or time that they've spent together or years of friendship or blah, blah, blah. Like, give me a fucking break. If y'all don't see Keemstar like the way you should see Keemstar, that's your fucking problem. Like,
to be fair, initially people were aghast about it, but then when the crew wanted to be boycotted, when people wanted to boycott the show, that's when he was like, "Yeah, let's flip this into something else."
Yeah, none of those people would have gone anywhere if he'd have kept Mike fired. None of them would have quit. That
It
whole thing was a
It
skit.
was a bluff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that whole thing was a skit. That whole thing was a skit. It came down to Keemstar asking, should I keep him or should I leave him? And like the majority of people watching chat said to keep him, but he saw how many people said no, and he knew that that was money that could be made. Because those people will not have a problem being stupid and giving $20 to call him a pedophile on fucking Queens. Like, the minute that shit got brought back up and became a fucking issue, Keemstar saw the goddamn dollar signs.
Well,
You cannot convince me differently. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Everything is a grift. Everything can be
Yeah.
a grift. Grifting when you exchange your dignity for money, everything
Yeah.
is everything.
Keemstar is the ultimate grifter because he has no fucking principles. He has no fucking like moral compass, and he is a good master manipulator. He knows how to manipulate people into giving him money to cuss shit out. Like, how much money did he make off of Boogie having cancer or faking cancer? Like, how many fucking people
It saved
sent him money to cuss out Boogie and tell him what they thought of him? He knew that was a gold mine.
Bro, it
Yeah.
saved the show. It saved it.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said the show was dying until Boogie faked cancer. And he made like 10 grand in a week off of that. He knew that that's money, and he knows that keeping Boogie is money. He's going to keep Boogie until Boogie does something that fucks his money. And then as soon as you fuck up that money, that's when you're gone. Or you do, or he knows he doesn't have total control over you. That's why Lynx was gone. Because I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't understand why the fuck he doesn't like Lynx so much. Because Lynx told him no. Because Lynx wouldn't bow to his every fucking word, every fucking thing, every fucking everything he wanted her to do. So that he could make money off of her. The minute that she turned around and told him, no, I'm going to live my own life and do my own thing, and I'm burnt out, and I don't want to be a part of all of this drama, and I'll do little shit, but that's about it. Because he had a cash cow for a long while on Lynx versus Becky. And then Lynx, like a normal human being, it seemed, got tired of it. Tired of the stress, tired of all of the shit that Becky was doing, and tired of all the shit with Keemstar, and just said, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I'd rather live my own fucking life. Keem was immediately like, I don't want her here, and I don't want anybody to talk about her. Because he knew he couldn't make money off of her. Same way it was with Grace. Grace did her and her dad fucking traveled for however fucking long on the road. She wanted to get some sleep and not be on a phone call with Keem for a fucking hour. And Keem was such a diva little bitch about it, he fired her immediately. Grace's response was to start a show where she was A-logging him or whatever the fuck, or talking about his shows. And he immediately went, oh, you're trying to make money off my back, bitch, without my permission? Okay, well, let's ban everybody from fucking having anything to do with you. Granted, Grace is a fucking retard, and so is Ben, but still.
Yeah. Of course. Like I said, when you threaten the money, he will ban you. But if you are someone like Boogie, where you could be made money, the money could be made off of your sketch, your lies, or whatnot, of course. Bro,
it's not just the money, though. He knows he can control Boogie. Yeah,
Boogie's malleable. Boogie, bro, I swear to you, when you have a chance, watch the last compilation I did, or the shorts. I did a short.
Yeah.
Where Boogie was yelling at Zay. I don't know if you know who Zay is.
Yeah, I saw that stupid shit. I know who Zay is.
So Boogie is yelling.
I saw that shit live.
Yeah, so Boogie's yelling at Zay, like, Boogie, yeah, but he's yelling at Zay and the boyfriend. And, like, you have never seen Boogie so, quote-unquote, alpha male ever. Like, he was like being like Mr. Smithers in The Simpsons. In a way. Like, he was trying to be the hard ass, he was trying to hold Keen's water. He was like, you should let
Yeah.
Keen talk.
Boogie trying to be a hard ass is a laughable fucking joke
Weird.
because
It's
the
laughable.
guy wouldn't even come out of the gate to deal with Ben like Thorpe. Like, come on, dude.
That's what, yeah. It's you bring in the point I did early on.
Stop trying to mog motherfuckers online when you're not even fucking willing to throw a punch. Like,
he was willing, bro. He was willing to let Xylee punch him in the face. He was willing to let Wings punch
Lucky
him in the
Xylee.
face for contact. Do you understand how much of a beta you have to be? This is the same man that admitted on PKA, I think it's PKA, where this was after Wings left PKA,
Mhm.
where he admitted that he was a furry, and his name was Uberwolf. And then
What?
yeah, I swear
Bro,
to
you're
God,
gonna have
bro.
to send me some shit on that because I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, he said, one second if I can find it. He was like, let me see if I can find it. Boogie, hold on, got there. Boogie Uber Wolf. Let's see if I can find it. No, not that. Not that. Not that. Oh, maybe PKA. One second. But anyways, Pastor Boogie, faking cancer.
Let's say most of what you search about Boogie is gonna either be the documentary or fucking him faking cancer, or his like tipples crash out.
The Temple's cross out was so fucking ridiculous. But I'll try to see if I could find it. But he literally said it that his name was Uberwolf, and that he kissed the guy on the dare, or whatever the case is. Like he was just insinuating a lot of stuff. So I say that to say this. Boogie has shown to be easily controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Boogie claimed in that fight between Zay and the boyfriend that he makes $3,000 a month off of the channel without doing any type of new content. $3,000. Yes.
Which, my man, if that's all you fucking make off that channel, that's goddamn ridiculous. Because that channel clears at least 25, 30K a month. Like, there's no way.
He's a bullshit artist. There's no fucking way. If like I said, let's just be
Yeah, that's
let's just
probably
say
a lie, and
now
he's
it's
probably making more.
right. So here's the thing: we had Boogie. Remember during that whole saga where Boogie cleaned out his whole room with the arcade, the stuff like that, and then magically everything came back together. Boogie is in a place where I believe the whole show of Locale Live was created solely because Keen felt bad for Boogie, because Boogie claimed that he was broke because of the crypto scam, but there's videos where his friend McJuggerNuggets said, and I quote, "If you lose money on the deal, I will personally match your losses." It's a while back, but I know this from memory. Boogie made money on the initial attempt, so he made money on it. But then when he lost money, I thought to myself, what happened to McJuggerNuggets? I thought McJuggerNuggets would help him clear the debt. But I guess what ended up happening was, I guess they didn't do it, or there was
Squelched on the deal.
maybe Welsh on the deal. But then what didn't help was the documentary by Mike Glum, where he said he did all of this money, where he wasted all this money. And it goes to show that because of his incompetence, then we have this whole thing with Locale Live. Because of his incompetence, Boogie created jobs for Becky, for Billy, for Xylee, for Zay, at the time Lynx, Grace, Ruby, the Aussie people, like all of this is because of Boogie's incompetence. Mike even has a job too. Mike has a steady paying job. But it just goes to show you that when you are a valuable locale, you are going to be protected no matter what. And now that Wings is not there at this moment, Boogie is the new pretty girl in the ball. Now Keem has to treat him extra special. Now Boogie gets more control.
Oh
over
yeah,
his-
because without Wings, Keem doesn't have a fucking show. What's he gonna do? Sit there and do drama alert again? Nobody's gonna give a shit.
You know what's interesting?
He keeps talking about wanting to bring back drama alert, but he knows it's not going to go anywhere anymore because nobody fucking cares about a past his peak 40-year-old fucking guy sitting there talking about fucking drama of like young kids. Like there's a million other fucking channels you can find that at from people that age that could be more entertaining and give you information better than fucking Keem could. Like, he knows he's past his prime. This is literally the only fucking thing he really has anymore.
He did the show on Snap. And then people were not watching on Snap. Like, who uses
Yeah,
Snap
which, by the way,
anymore?
40-year-old fucking guy trying to get a fan base on Snap is just laughably pathetic.
Exactly.
Let's
So-
be honest about that.
Like, who uses, like, again, people use Snap, but, like, who cares about what Keem Star had? Like, if you look at the Twitter stuff, the posts they make are so innocuous and so nonsensical. But it, again, and the other thing is this. For people that are grifting on local life, or not grifting, but for people that are making content on local life, breaking it down, doing analyzation and whatnot, I'll put it like this. In your view, Victor, if you had time and whatever the case is, do you think you could find yourself making local live content? Like clips and commentary or whatnot?
I mean, if I could get if I could grow a fan base and like viewership and shit out of it and like ad revenue and blah blah blah, like yeah, probably. And some people can, man. Like there are some people that are putting their own spins on the storylines of lolcow that are getting quite a bit of viewers and shit on it. Fuck, what is the name of that one guy that I've been watching? Who talks about the shit?
Chill Force?
No, not Chill Force.
Saturated
Chill
con-
Force is one though. Chill Force is one that I do watch.
Saturated content?
Might be saturated content.
I suppose you didn't even see me, fuck. Like, I do it too.
Well, you're not putting like you're not doing your own take on it. You're just re-uploading compilation clips and stuff like that. You're not doing like, hey guys, here's another, video. Hey, you should know about this. Blah blah
Okay,
blah blah
to
blah.
be
Shit.
okay.
You're
that's
doing.
the-
You're just doing like clipped
I'm
and
pres-
re-uploads.
I'm presenting it, yes. But yes, saturated content's good. Chill Force is good too. Yeah. I would argue. I would argue that too. But like, I still like what I would say to that is like, if you like when it comes to that type of content, I think it's all about the presentation of it, and I think it's all also, like I said, you gotta like, can do you? Ask yourself this: can you stomach? Not stomach. Can you find yourself watching a whole stream of local live or local whatever without getting bored?
Not really. No.
Yeah. So like I like for people that break down the analyzation of local life, like you get the bits, but you don't realize that those bits go far and few between. You come to realize that you, like, for those channels are allowing those channels are helping people get the message out of Local Live. Because if you go out and you try to stream the whole thing, you're not going to get to the parts anytime soon. And like I said, with the whole Grace stuff, I think with Grace, if Grace could leave Ben and do her own show do I think it'll be popular? Maybe. Who knows? But I think that everyone in Local Live, everyone with Grace, and hell, even with people with Ruby, Lynx, and the other girls, have shown that they are capable of making their own content. You could do it. You don't need Keem to build it for you. You don't need Keem to like promote you or whatnot. You don't need to sign contracts and beg for a percentage off of the donations. Like, they came to look at you. They didn't come. Yeah, they came to watch you, and you, like, in a vacuum, Billy the Fridge and Zali work well together. They get paid through that because they work very well together. And it came to Local Queens. Becky, Tina, I'm forgetting someone else. Yeah, those worked out. Mafia Milkers with Psycho Mom and everyone and Lammy, that worked well. But again, we just have this thing where people are incapable of like seeing their worth, and they just stuck with the Keemstar stuff. Hell, if Ben could keep his shit together, I wouldn't be surprised if Ben could do his own show. Maybe he could do it in a mental asylum, but he could do it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Good luck getting him to keep his shit together.
He won't keep
He's
his
fucking
shit together.
insane.
I mean, bro, you showed me like a 2-hour thing on it. Holy fuck! Like, look, I'm surprised that he's not in behind bars for all the shit he's did. To be quite frank with you,
No, he was for a little while.
well, a little bit, but then somehow he got out. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, there was something I wanted to ask you. It's a gaming related question. What is your viewpoint of the Nintendo Switch 2? If you had the funds, would you buy it?
I mean, yeah, people are bitching about it, but they're still gonna buy it. Like,
Oh, of course.
I don't like the idea of not having like physical copies of something and it being online licenses only. Because what happens to your fucking license when the internet goes out or you're on the road traveling and you don't have like internet? Like, how does that work? How do they keep that from happening, and et cetera, et cetera? I need to do more like studying on the Switch too. I was surprised to see FromSoft making what looks like a Bloodborne 2 type game for fucking Nintendo Switch 2. That could make me buy a Switch 2 down the road.
Down the road.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it right off fucking release date, man. I got too much shit going on. I'll buy one like, I don't know. I'll save up, buy one on Black Friday or something if they're a little more on sale or something.
I would be
They
surprised
probably
if-
won't be. They probably won't be, but
Wait, do you have a Switch?
I have a regular Switch, the non-OLED edition.
Ooh. And what game?
Yeah, I bought the Mario Kart 8 Switch quite a few Black Fridays ago. Hell, they
And
don't even
what-
do Black Friday anymore.
Who doesn't do Black Friday?
My fucking area where I live doesn't do Black Fridays much anymore. They haven't done it for the last 3 or 4 years. Or they don't do it. I'm sorry. No. I stand corrected. They do the sales on Friday. They don't do them on Thanksgiving Thursday, I should say. So you don't have to like rush out of Thanksgiving with the family and then go over to the fucking local super center or super mall or whatever the fuck you're going to go to fight people for a fucking, a fucking pair of pants or a goddamn pillow or a fucking
Who the
Pokemon
fuck is
game or whatever the
buying-
fuck.
Who the fuck is killing people over a pillow. I can't
Bro,
trying to be facetious, but
You
holy
you
fuck.
would be surprised what motherfuckers will do for a cheaper blender. Like
Just
there's a
basic-
video of dude. There's some of the worst dude. There's video of people literally getting into fist fights over Pokemon cards. Like, come on, man. If they think they can get away with like getting something at a super cheaper price that they want to give for like fucking Thanksgiving, maybe not a pair of pants or anything or like a fucking pillow, but like a blender, a fucking TV, a fucking stereo, or whatever the fuck.
Fucking
Like they'll
stereo.
kill you. They'll kill you over it, dude.
The fu- Oh, speaking
Motherfuckers
speaking
are
of-
crazy.
Speaking of fighting and killing, like, are you excited for another Keemstar Happy Punch boxing event? And if so, would you be willing to pay the $50 to watch the event legally?
You couldn't pay me to fucking care.
The reason why I say that is because
I don't give
Zay-
a shit. I didn't give a shit about Creator Clash. I didn't give a shit about Boogie versus Wings. I don't give a shit about a bunch of fat, out of shape loser retards that are past their prime on the internet flailing at each other in the middle of a fucking ring. I don't give a shit.
You know what is interesting? Because Beans from Local Cafe was like, I want to do this. I want to be legal. I wanted to be sanctioned. I want to do all this other stuff. Well, Zay is like, I'll just beat your ass out in front of my lawn. I don't give a fuck.
No, that was Zay. No, that was Zay saying she wanted to do MMA. Beans was the one that was saying, I'll fight you. I
Initially,
don't
she
care.
just wanted to fuck her up. But then when they spoke about
But
it,
they
on
don't even
Local-
like want to fight each other. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. They don't even
You
want to
think
fight each
so?
other. That whole thing's for the fucking skit. Either Keemstar has gotten into their brain or somebody who works for Keemstar has gotten into both of their fucking brains and made them say something about each other. And like, it's literally like what they do on reality shows, right? So they'll get like on reality shows, they'll pull people into the interviews and they'll show them like small sections of what is said about them by other contestants. And they'll go, oh, how does that make you feel? Doesn't that make you mad that she's talking to you like that or about you like that? Doesn't that piss you off that she's saying this or this about you? And they won't show like the whole context. And they'll rile that person up and then they'll send them the fuck out there without any like ability to calm them down. And they will film the fight that happens for content. And that's what I feel like Keemstar's doing. Keemstar or people who work for him and like stir people up do. I think they show shit that doesn't have the full context. I think they rile these fucking idiots up. They tell them, "Oh, are you gonna take that shit? Like, don't fucking just stand there. Don't fucking just stand there and take it." Blah 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 blah. And then it's like a fucking wind up toy. You wind them up, you wind them up, you wind them up, and then you let them fucking go and let them spin and take out anything that gets in their way. And you film it for the content. And that's what I think they do, man.
I mean,
I think they wind the shit out of their employees, or they tell them, "Hey, here's who's fighting who this week, and here's why," and blah 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 blah. Like, bro, to me, the whole thing's fucking fake. Until you can fully prove me differently, the whole thing's fucking fake. I don't believe a single goddamn thing, and I never fucking will.
I mean, so there's an argument to be made that that they want to do MMA, like you were saying, they want to do MMA, and I'm like, but
They're not going to
be-
do MMA. Keemstar can't get MMA licensed.
Yeah, right. And then
That's more like, I don't know. Like he likes to say that boxing is safer than MMA, but that's not actually the truth. Because in boxing, you get knocked down, you get back up, you get off a 10 count, you get your head fucking punched a bunch
Yep.
of times,
Yep.
you fall down, they allow you back up to continue fighting. MMA, you go down and you don't guard yourself, you're done.
Well, to be
And that's actually less
damaging.
that's actually less damaging to the brain overall than boxing. Because you're constantly getting back up, taking headshots. Of course, granted, it's not slap fighting, which is like the worst bit of all. Why don't you just have them stand in front of each other and slap each other until one of them goes fucking unconscious?
That would be, bro.
Might as well do that shit
genius.
since you're going to be that retarded.
That's but bro, slap fighting or whatever you want to call it, the slap league.
Yeah,
like Dana White
ultimate
did
slap
that-
fight or whatever. That's the
that
stupidest fucking shit.
But that shit hurts, bro. You should see the slow mo. Oh my god, people.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen motherfuckers with puffed up faces, all fucked up and shit, like being slapped like 8 or 9 goddamn times, full fucking speed.
that I would.
Such
I wouldn't
stupid as shit.
I wouldn't necessarily pay for, but with Zay and Beans, that shit would be apropos. Why the fuck are you gonna waste time paying people to?
Might as
train
well.
you?
Neither of them are actually going to fucking train and do the fight because this
Ex-
shit will be resolved online before the fight even starts.
Exactly.
They were going to do boxing matches at fucking Fat Camp. Guess what they did? They had Mike and Tina and fucking Roxy fuck around for like 5 minutes. That was your boxing match. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the content that you all wanted to fucking see at Fat Camp.
Bro, like,
Congratulations. You got a little bit of a slap fight and then Boogie going unconscious and faking unconscious and spilling water over himself and then everybody acting concerned over him. Like, come on, dude.
Bro, like that.
The
first of all,
motherfucker was not unconscious. The whole thing was
he's a-
fake.
Yeah, I think he admitted to that. But bro, he was like, if you're gonna do box, first of all, if you're gonna box, you can't be like rubbing on one another, be like, clinching or whatnot. Boxing is a whole different thing. It's boxing the accuracy, precision, power.
Them motherfuckers can fight to save their goddamn lives. I'm going to be honest with you.
I can get
Not
from
Tina,
Beans
not
and
Mike,
Grim
not
or
Keemstar, not
training.
none of them.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
With
I'm sure they
with-
are. I'm sure we'll actually get the boxing match. I'm sure.
I think
I'm sure it's
Beans
not
is
just
act-
a skit to drum up fucking donations, man. All right.
But let's just operate on the sense of like this is real.
I
Look-
can confirm. Source. Trust me, bro.
First of all, Zay is fucking skinny, bro. She's like one above Eugenia Cooney, like one above.
Where the
Okay.
fuck are they even going to do this at? Where the hell would they? Keemstar's not going to pay to have an event happen for a bunch of fucking lolcows to sluggishly throw punches at each other because none of them did cardio correctly.
I mean, Zay does get her back blown out by her man.
Talk
I
about
mean,
taking
well,
money at a fucking loss, dude. That'll be a bigger loss than
I
Creator
know.
Clash 2.
That was bro. Creator Clash was the most stupid.
He's gonna buy a circular gate, go to like Lord Rush's backyard and just let him fight like with taped hands. That would be more fucking entertaining than trying to organize an actual boxing match.
Which, by the way, but Wings pointed out, instead of Wings paying for that Airbnb in Texas, they should have went to Lord Rush's house and did it for free with gigabit internet. That shit was a mic drop and a half, but I digress.
Actually, it wasn't because Lord Rush owns land. He doesn't own any buildings.
Well, his house.
Keem was right about no, not his house. Keem is talking about Lord Rush only owns a big plot of land. That's all he owns. He doesn't own buildings like the place they were at. They would have been paying just as much money to stay in hotels every fucking night after all the filming and shit was over. They would have had nowhere to fucking film. They would have been filming in an empty field. That's what he was saying. And according to Lord Rush, that was the truth. He did not have any building. What were they going to go into his kitchen and fucking film in there in some random guy's kitchen?
The way
Like,
Wings
no.
is saying it, that's what I thought too.
Wings is a fucking retard.
That's what. That's
He's
how I
also a
put it.
thief now. He's also a thief now. Let's be honest.
He's a thief. Oh,
He's a thief because when you fucking tell people that we're buying statues and shit off of links to refund all that money, and she goes $800 in the hole on PayPal because of you, that makes you a thief in my eyes. Which is what he did. This is like the big issue that Lynx has right now with
they take
him.
one look at me.
There was
I
supposed
tell
to be a bunch of statues that I guess he was
Wait,
going to
it's not
sign or
that
do something. I
difficult.
don't know the exact
Yeah,
fucking story.
I was probably
But
talking
he was
out of my
supposed to
ass.
sign or do something, and they had already been like, the payments had already been done for it, and he got pissed about something, and he told all of his peeps to like refund the PayPal. And Lynx not only lost all of that money, she took fucking chargeback costs, which put her at like $800 in the hole. Which I believe he would do that because he's literally talked about how he doesn't like to spend money. He doesn't like, he'll pinch every fucking penny, blah, blah, fucking blah. And he just comes off as a selfish fucking cunt. So I'm not like trying to glaze Lynx or
by the
anything.
way-
I'm just saying,
by the
like,
way,
I believe it happened.
by the way, one buff weeb. I do apologize for not knowing. The person in the chat is the co-host of fucking.
That's who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe actually, you know what? I stand corrected.
My
Maybe he knows a little bit
apologies.
more about the training than I thought. I
Yeah,
didn't see
my
the name,
apologies.
dude. I just saw somebody saying, "Oh, they're
One buff
they're
weeb.
training."
My apologies.
Okay, my bad. I stand corrected.
That
Why are
that's
you
the-
apologizing?
that's who I am. Shut up. Anyways, but my point is that I think it would be amazing
I still
If
don't
they
think
were-
it's gonna happen.
if it was an MMA fight, bro. It would be more. It would be interesting because again with MMA, it's everything is on the up and up. They could be fucking spearing fucking.
You really want to
Fiend.
fight? Tape your fucking hands up, dip them in glue, and dip them in ground glass. Let's fucking fight like real motherfuckers.
No, you want
Tie
people
fight
to fuck-
death match, motherfucker. Let's go.
You want people? No. That
I want to see blood.
I do too, but like they could just. All they needs to do is just fucking trip Beans, mount her. Not like that, guys. Get my.
I didn't say a goddamn thing.
Now you listen, and just rain elbows. Like,
But
people,
giggity goo.
if you had that, okay, of course it would be like a 1 minute thing, but like it'll be bloody and like she would get knocked the fuck out. Boxing, like, it's
I don't know,
pillow
man.
fighting.
Isn't Beans like Latina? Like those bitches are crazy, bro. I'm just saying. Like if Beans is
Yeah.
actually I think she's Latina or Puerto Rican. I could be wrong, but don't fuck with the Puerto Rican women. They'll fuck you up, dude. I'm just saying.
Bro, look. If this was to be a real thing, folks, I would say I would have more faith in the males having a good match versus the women, just because I don't know if they're going to be boxing, like.
Is
Or maybe
this the next arc? Are they setting up boxing matches between people now? Like, is that
I've
what's
heard-
happening? I haven't watched LOL in a few fucking days. Like,
I've heard rumors of fucking like
I just know Zay and Beans were fighting, and because they were fighting, somebody fucking said, "Let's MMA it," and then the boyfriend got
Yes.
involved with somebody else. I don't know who, and
So
and Keen
it
was like,
was-
"Oh, maybe
so
I
it
can
was
make content
both-
off of this."
it was both boyfriends. It was both of the ladies, right?
Oh, Beans' boyfriend. Okay.
Beans' boyfriend came out. Beans was like, I know people from UFC, and wherever. And then like this how it all started.
Did she
Supposedly-
really say, "I know people from UFC"?
Not her, the man. Her man did. Like she knows.
Yeah.
like,
Okay, bro.
Like he knows people that train with UFC fighters or something along them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And my
that's what
third
we
cousin knows Dr. Dre because he once sat at a fucking restaurant that was like 6 tables down the way from him. Sure. Sure.
Bro,
Yeah, he's real tight with Dr. Dre because he was at a restaurant with him once, and he was like 10 tables down the way. Uh-huh.
Look,
That's what I read off of that. I'm just saying.
I'm just.
But maybe that's
saying-
just me. I'm a cynical bastard. That's how I am.
Listen, at this point, I'm just along for the ride. I'm just looking at the shit, and like I'm trying to. I'm out here highlighting the best parts of this
Damn,
stuff, so
dude.
that way people could like.
Didn't you have
Oh.
Roxy in here a few days ago?
Roxy was
Like asking if she could use clips or something from your fucking
yes.
stuff?
Roxy was asking me.
God damn, dude, you got local motherfuckers coming in here. Like people from
I
the
got,
actual show.
Yes, one buff.
He's going to be looking at your ass before you know it.
Oh, of course. I don't. Like I said, it's fine. I mean, I don't.
And I've been sitting here talking shit the whole time. Fuck you, Kim.
I'm not here being mean to Keem. I'm not being mean to Keem. Listen, I give Keem all the praise and blessings upon the world regarding his fucking Salvo Keemstar show. My opinion still states that that show was appointment television. Everyone and their mother wanted to watch that as it was going live.
It was entertaining at least.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know, man, because like we still talk about motherfuckers like Grace, and we still like fucking like we were literally in like Ruby's shit earlier, like talking to her. So I don't know how much longer that's gonna last with you, man. Like those with local people coming in here to talk to you. Like
we'll see how it goes.
I was on Glammy stream a few nights ago trying to help her with her fucking audio and shit.
Uh-huh.
Like it did not work out, unfortunately. But like I told her like I don't know if you really want to talk to me that much because like I kind of am still cool with Lynx, and she's like, "Oh yeah, and it was like really awkward, and I was like, I don't want to get you in trouble or nothing, dude. Like I'm just letting you know ahead of time because I'd rather be an honest person about it. Like
you're so honest.
I don't know. I think that whole fucking thing about you can't talk to these people or else we'll ban you from the Discord is some of the dumbest fucking like guilt by association shit ever. And like I would honestly tell Keem that to his fucking face. Like, and if you're still in here, Weeb, feel free to clip me and fucking give it to him. I don't care.
Look,
I'm banned from the motherfucker anyways. I don't care.
But
like, I don't know what the issue is with Lynx. I know what the issue is with Grace. She's a retard. And her father's a dipshit fuckwit. I don't know what the issue was with Lynx. Because according to Lynx, he's helping her try to figure out who leaked her nudes. So I don't know where that whole situation stands. I don't fuck with Grace or her father other than making fun of them. But, like, I am cool with Lynx, and I'm going to be cool with Lynx, because I don't do that guilt by association shit. I just don't.
Well, you're being a good compatriot. You're trying to make sure that these people don't get into trouble. But, like I said, I would just helped. I would just kept it copacetic and just helped. I give a guide on how to fix the audio, and then it is what it is.
I tried. It didn't work out. I hope she got it fixed, though.
Like I said, this whole guilt by association nonsense. Look, to be fair, even though you're banned, you say you're banned from Local Live or something?
Yeah, I can't access it. I was in the Discord, and then I'm no longer in the Discord. Like, I just disappeared. The Discord disappeared. The only reason that like I tried to talk to Ashers about it, but she never got a hold of me again. She's one of the mods. The only thing that I can presume is that somebody saw that I was in both Lynx and the local Discord, and they banned me from the Discord. Which, whatever, it's your Discord. I just think it's kind of fucking retarded. Like, not everybody is some bad faith asshole that's going to go running to Lynx and say, "Hey, Lynx, you see what Keemstar said about you?" Like, talk about being a massively insecure bitch. Like, I'm just saying.
No, again, I'm out. My whole existence or my whole channel is about just being happy, just trying to be a cordial. I'm not out here trying to make enemies. I'm a nice guy.
I'm not. No, I'm not in junior high school. I'm not running back and forth and telling people what each person is
Oh,
saying about
that
each other.
too,
Like,
but like
give a
I
fuck
don't
about
give a
none of that
fuck.
shit.
I don't like I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about allegiances or whatnot. Like, well,
Yeah.
like it just
Like I get why he doesn't want people fucking with Grace, like because Grace and her father are literally trying to A-log Keem for content. But like Lynx is not doing that shit anymore. Like she's just dealing with her own fucking bullshit. Like she did it at first because it was content that could be made, and and I guarantee you, if Keemstar, if the fucking shoe was on the other foot, Keem would be doing the exact same fucking thing, and you cannot tell me differently. If he thought he could make content and money off of it, he would be doing it. He would be A-logging the shit out of Lynx. Like you cannot tell me that wouldn't be true. But like, I understand like not wanting people to fuck with Grace because people were running back and forth to Grace and showing her shit, and you know, it's just a risk having a psychopath like Ben Thorpe in your fucking Discord, even sniffing around your fucking Discord.
Yeah, you don't.
But like,
want
look at
Ben
it now.
Thorpe-
Look at it now. They tried to do the fat camp thing, and it just fucking it literally went tits up. Like all that happened was they got bounced off the property and they got really nothing out of it. And people talked about them for all of about 5 minutes, and now they're back to fighting with Ruby and Ava again. And now Lynx, because you know, Lynx won't fuck Ben like he wants.
Oh my god! Oh my.
So, you know, Ben has to be a loathsome fucking creature like usual, not act like, you know, like I said, 50-year-old fuckboy. He has to be a 50-year-old fuckboy. That is the best fucking description I have for him. Ben Thorpe is a 50-year-old fuckboy. Pure and simple. But he has no fucking game.
Bro, he's like Kevin Federline. If Kevin Federline had a fucking mustache and fucking gray hair.
Bro, Kevin Federline was at least banging, who was it, Britney?
Right, but he's still a fuckboy.
He at least had Britney Spears before she went and fucking insane. And started doing dance routines on Instagram with fucking knives and shit.
But still, fuckboy. I mean, yowzers.
But yeah, but if Buff was saying that they're training, okay, I believe that now. I thought that was just some random shitter coming in. I didn't see the name, so that's my bad.
I do my due diligence, but like,
I didn't realize that you had a few actual fucking like lolcow people.
People like me.
I thought
bro.
maybe they were troll accounts too. Like I just saw one something, and I was like, okay. And I just looked away because I was fighting a boss.
No, bro, it's like again, I'm very fortunate that people come into the stream and watch and listen. Hell, because of you, Victor, I got one of my biggest streams out there. The Lynx stream where Lynx came
Oh, because I had her comment, yeah.
And also
I've been talking to Lynx since she was on lolcow, dude. I've never had a problem with her. She's cool as fuck.
And also, by the way, Lord Triton is spiraling out of control. That's a little sidebar.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. He's a retard.
By the way, if Keem is smart, if he's gonna kick Wings out for indefinitely, the best locale he should get is Triton. Triton would be perfect.
There's better fucking lolcows than Triton, dude.
Oh come on,
you could get King Cobra. You could get fucking anybody else, dude.
King
like,
Cobra.
You already got motherfuckers like Mike in there that everybody's calling a pedophile. It's not going to hurt you to get somebody like King Cobra and that shit. Like, I'm on fire. Fuck. Okay. Like it ain't gonna hurt you to get somebody like fucking King Cobra or a bigger name lolcow. Nobody knows who Triton is. Triton is a fucking Globo Shitto or whatever the online name is for it.
Globo Shitto. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I've heard it said a few fucking times. Nobody's going to show up to listen to Triton talk. No one fucking cares. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not saying that to be a dick to him. It's the same shit that I was saying with Lynx. I didn't have a problem with him. I still don't have a problem with him. I think he's a little bit of a fucking bitch for not coming in and, like, going at Lynx when he had the chance to. Like, he could talk all that fucking good shit behind a fucking block and behind a goddamn, like, in the comfort of his own fucking stream, which, again, I think is some bitch shit. Say what you want about me, but I sat there with you and Slug and everybody else making fun of me for 4 fucking hours. And at least I showed. At least I showed.
Oh yeah, bro. I give you all the credit in the world for that. Even though that shit was like sketchy.
Retarded, if you think about it. But
it was retarded and was sketchy at best. But what it is what is past, you know.
I'm not afraid of nobody, dog. I've got balls the size of fucking Texas. I fear no man on the internet. I fear no man but God. Period.
What the fuck are you, Johnny Cash all of a sudden? What the fuck is
No, I'm just saying. I'm not afraid of fucking... I ain't afraid of shit but tornadoes and spiders.
That's a pretty good, besides God, yeah, that's pretty good. Of course.
I mean,
Well,
God's
like-
up there. God's the jury's still out, but
But
yes, I was quoting Cash a little bit. I'll admit it.
But I will say that when it comes, again, if you weren't, I still think that if you were given the opportunity, at the very least, you could be on Local Tech or whatever it is called.
I
And
don't
you
want to be
could
on a
have been
local
co-hosting
show. I'm
with
going to be honest with you.
David Jaffe.
I'm not a good fucking. First off, David Jaffe wouldn't like me. David Jaffe
Why?
would not fucking like me because I would call him out for being a fucking retard.
Bro,
Although I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem doing a show with Bunny. Bunny's cool as fuck.
I forgot
No, because Jaffe's literally like a leftist dipshit. Like, he's just a fucking weirdo.
bro, he
Like, yeah, he made
created
God of War. Yeah, he made God of War and Twisted Metal, and thank you for that. Those are 2 games that I grew up with in my teenage years, and I fucking love the shit out of both of that. Thank you, David Jaffe, for helping with your development team, not as one man, create those fucking games. Those were great games. However, you're a fucking retard. Period.
leftist.
You're a retard. You're a leftist, Trump deranged retard.
By the way, you know, speaking of like people you would want to work with, like I
You're about as
understand-
retarded as Alyssa McConaughey. I'm just saying. And that's one retarded ass bitch.
let me ask you something. If given the opportunity, if let's just say you would do your own podcast / internet show,
Mm-hmm.
who would you, if throughout the whole crop of people you know throughout your YouTube stint, as it were, who would you pick as your co-host if you had to pick one person to be your co-host?
Out of anyone that ever existed on the internet?
Out of anyone that you personally have spoken with, worked with, whatever the case is.
Oh, well, I haven't spoken with or worked with a lot of people, so.
I'll
Squatch
take out that. I'll take out that qualifier. Anyone.
like out of little people that I've been like in fucking streams with, like Squatch or K-Huck. They're cool as fuck.
The question. Yeah. Okay.
Now, just known YouTubers, PewDiePie or Markiplier.
That's easy. Of course.
I could talk.
everyone
Yeah,
knows.
that's like an easy answer, and not because of the numbers. Like, I feel like I could talk video games with both of those motherfuckers.
That's why. If Zay and Buff should think, like I said, you would. Again, I know you're black and whatnot, but it would have been interesting if you had posted questions. I think they do open panels like Ruby does. But,
Yeah. But again, that's inside the local VC, and I'm not a part of that.
Yeah. Which again, you have to pay for that shit? Like, do
Yes, you have to
for-
pay $10 a month to be able to access the locale VC. You have to be subscribed to one of the channels, if at least locale live or Queens. I think I was in there for a little bit because I was subscribed. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I'm banned. I might not be banned. My $10 I was gifted I was gifted for a month, and it allowed me to be into the VC. And after the gifting was over, or the period was over, it may have automatically have taken me out. That's always a possibility. However, I still think it's more of a possibility that they just compared my name and saw I was in Lynx's fucking server and banned me.
That would be the
Which-
most artistic
whatever.
thing ever.
Gay as fuck, but whatever.
It'll be like a running, like they have a running tally of people. Like, oh, this person is in there, oh, that person's in there.
Well, they were for a while.
My question is that what does it look
He
like?
literally had his mods like painfully, step by step, looking at each person and comparing whether or not they were in Grace's Discord, which I wasn't, because that's a pure ball of chaos I don't want to have any part of. And then when it came to Lynx, again, I don't know when the fucking, like, that relationship went tits up between her and GameStar, but he had his mods looking into her shit, and everybody they found that was in locale and her server at the same time were banned. And I figure that's what happened with me, even though I never said anything about anybody either way, outside of having my opinions on the locale shows. Which, again, whatever. It's your fucking server. I don't care, but...
What the? Oh my god, these fucking people be quiet. By the way, jumping gears for a little bit. Are you excited about WrestleMania?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
I don't think it's going to be as good as 40 was, but I mean... John Cena turning heel was nice.
Do you have any predictions? Do you have any?
John Cena's going to win the title.
Okay. What about Gunther? Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Oh, Jay's winning that. Jay's winning that.
Okay.
I will be surprised if Jay comes out of that losing again. He's already lost like 3 times. That's like they're boosting him up. Like Gunther beat his brother like bloody, and now Jay's like no longer afraid of him and shit. So now that's like
And now all of a sudden you're afraid of
full
him?
on. That's setting up for Gunther to lose.
Okay,
Gunther's reign has been like Cody's reign, like kind of fucking boring. Somebody said something about Cody's. Somebody said something on a podcast I was watching about Cody's reign over the past year that really kind of hit me, and I didn't realize it until I watched like the TikTok of it. If it hadn't been for The Rock coming out the next night after he won the title at WrestleMania, Cody's reign as champion would have been a lot more interesting and exciting. Because after that, it was every fucking opponent that he faced, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, the shit with Gunther and the fucking Crown Jewel Championship, blah, 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 blah. All of it felt like filler content to get to the point that they're at now with The Rock and John Cena. Granted, we didn't think it was going to be John Cena. We thought it was going to be like, oh, you don't want to be my fucking champion? Okay, I'm just going to take the championship away from you, The Rock versus Cody Rhodes.
Right.
Which that's a nice surprise that they got John Cena to fucking turn heel after 20 something years. But Cody Rhodes' reign, because of The Rock coming out that night after WrestleMania 40, it did not have the shine and interest in it that it should have had. And I feel like The Rock fucking ruined that. Whoever booked The Rock to come out that night and do that conversation, instead of just disappearing into the ether after that loss, like Roman Reigns did for a while, they really fucked that. They really made Cody Rhodes' reign not interesting. Or at least less interesting than it should have been. Less exciting. Because again, every opponent he faced up until now has been like, oh, well, they're just waiting for The Rock. 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 You knew he was
Exactly.
going to beat everybody until the next WrestleMania.
But you could make it compelling. You could make it like you could have made it interesting. Cody is a great worker.
Yeah.
And, like,
Nobody
you-
seemed like a threat because of The Rock coming out that night.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Talks
and
about
now-
Kevin Owens, though.
Yeah, the thing is that it's a whole year-long reign. You just beat someone that have 3-year reign, three to 3.5 year reign.
Yeah.
And
Literally
and-
set the third place record and was the most exciting fucking storyline character
Exactly.
thing in the past since the Attitude Era almost in Roman Reigns.
And then all
The
of a
guy
sudden-
who has evolved into the tribal chief, into the guy that held the belt for 3 fucking years, held both belts for 3 fucking years.
dominated.
And it was like, who's going to be the guy? And everybody was rooting for Cody, man. That's why when Cody was like, oh, I'm not going to take you on at WrestleMania 40, and The Rock came out, that's why everybody was so pissed. Because it was like, what was the fucking point? Which he was supposed to win at WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. He was supposed to beat Roman Reigns. But Cody and Roman and all of them and Hunter went to Vince and they said, hey, let's give Roman another year.
You mean
Give him
40?
another year. It'll pay off. No, 39. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood when Cody first fought Roman
No,
after winning the first Royal
Seth.
Rumble.
He fought Seth. 40 was the one.
No, he
that
didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
40 was Phil.
XL was when he won the title, which is 40. 39 was WrestleMania Goes Hollywood,
yes, yes, yes.
which
Okay,
was when
fuck you. Okay,
when
fine,
Solo
okay,
Sikoa
yes.
hit him with the thumb and fucking cost
Yes,
him the
yes.
title match. 38
You're
was when he
right.
came back. Yes.
You're right. Okay, I forgot 41 is what we're doing. My bad.
Yeah, we're
You're
on
right.
41 in Vegas right now.
Lord have
Um,
mercy upon my soul. And
But
Vince
yeah,
was in
yeah.
the- yeah.
Vince was going to have him win and beat Roman, but then they went like, let's give Roman another whole year with the title. Because A, they wanted to set the record. B, they wanted to have that, can Cody do it? Like mystique of the shit. Like he failed once. Is he going to fail again? Kind of thing. That was still kind of up in the air and everything. And then, he did win this time with the bloodline rules and Undertaker and blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah, blah, and all
God.
the shit. It was,
Yeah,
it was a really
the
great
Smosh
fucking match.
It
Great
was
fucking
a
match.
Great nostalgia feeling. But the thing is that Cody goes to face John Cena. And we have this,
Fuck.
thing where everyone is like on part-time schedules. They're gonna
Mhm.
they're gonna face each other. Not like the reign felt nothing. Like it didn't feel like Cody is the baddest man on the planet.
In a perfect world, and this is just how I feel about it. In a perfect world, John Cena would win, hold the title until he leaves the WWE. They would struggle to figure out the championship situation, new belt, blah, 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 blah. Like they would just not have a champion, right? Except for like the world heavyweight champion or whatever. They would fight over that for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. CM Punk would win the Royal Rumble in my perfect world. CM Punk would
Ooh.
win the Royal Rumble, get night 2 of WrestleMania, and challenge John Cena to come back for that title and win. In a perfect world, John Cena would come back like Punk would be like, you've never fucking beaten me, blah, 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 which I don't think he's ever beat him alone.
No.
If I remember correctly. I don't think he's ever you've never beaten me, blah, blah, blah. You're a paper champion, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't, none of your shit. Blah. He would have cut some really, really fucking good promo and tell John to come back and end his shit at WrestleMania. And then he could walk away and blah, blah, blah. And then John comes back. Or John decides, you know what? I like having the title. I'm not going to retire just yet. I lied, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, audience. That's what happens when, you treat me like shit because now I'm the bad guy, blah, blah, blah shit. And he actually stays and keeps the belt until the next WrestleMania where Punk wins the Royal
There's
Rumble.
no
And beats
fucking
him.
way you're gonna keep it. No fucking way.
That would be
No.
crazy because that would require John Cena to have another year-long title reign like Cody did and Roman Reigns before him. But they can milk. He's going to what I think they're going to do is that he's going to win the title, and until he retires, the big storyline that WWE is going to milk is going to be who can save the WWE from John Cena? Who can take the belt before he leaves? And then I think he's going to pull like CM Punk for Money in the Bank, and I think he's going to take the belt with him on retirement. And we're going to get a new belt, probably. Just a brand new fucking WWE title. Like how when Punk walked away, supposedly, and didn't fulfill his contract, or didn't re-sign his contract, but won the WWE title. They just had Rey Mysterio versus John Cena the next night, and then it was belt versus belt bullshit and blah, 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 right? And like Punk won that or whatever. I forget what the exact story was, but in a perfect world, Punk would win the Royal Rumble in 2005 and challenge John Cena for the title at WrestleMania 42 and win. And he would get that final, like that actual fucking dream. Like he's getting it this year to be in the main event, but like it's the first night, but it's the first night, man.
It's trio. It's a okay. Again.
Oh no, that's going to be a fire fucking match. Like that's going to be match of night one. I'm telling you, I feel it.
But what's the stakes? I understand what you're trying to say, but what are the stakes?
Just Rollins versus Punk versus Reigns.
Yeah,
that's really.
Okay, cool, I guess, but like, okay,
that's really just it. They just need like, I don't know. They just wanted to give him the fucking WrestleMania main event, and like, Hunter's doing things that like Vince would not fucking do, which is great to see. Like John Cena turning heel, NXT guys actually getting some fucking shine. You know, and NXT being an actual good product now. Like, not like it was when Vince McMahon was like, oh, la-di-da-di-da, who gives a shit? I'm an old man that's out of touch with wrestling. I like my big steroid muscle guys to hold the championship for however fucking long. Yeah.
Oh, Brock,
except for Roman Reigns. Like,
well, that was.
I'm gonna keep Kevin Dunn, who does fucking video cuts 300 times in a single fucking match. Like, holy shit.
Well, that was purely because of the fact that
he was Vince's big good buddy, right hand man.
Oh yeah, Kevin, because
Kevin Dunn was a piece of shit, and he was always been a piece of shit, in my opinion.
But
watching Jim Cornette make fun of him is hilarious, by the way. Like making fun of his buck teeth and shit. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Watching Cornette make fun of Kevin Dunn's teeth is fucking hilarious to me.
Look, I'll put it like this. I'm excited to see what people will say about WrestleMania. Like, I'm gonna watch it with a very critique eye. Like, I would review it as well too, like night 1, night 2, and whatnot.
I think WrestleMania would be a lot more fucking popular if they didn't charge $17,000 for seats on the fucking 7th or 8th row. I literally looked at a Ticketmaster a few days ago on that, and it was like $36,000 for front row seats. Are you fucking serious?
Wait, let me look this up real quick.
Like, just look up WrestleMania tickets, dude. I think seats in the way, like in the nosebleeds and shit, are like $7,000. Given Ant says hello, by the way. I don't know if you guys are friends.
I saw. I saw.
I can't remember who you're beefing with and not beefing with on a day-to-day basis.
It's not, to be honest with you, with Given Ant, it was like with Given Ant, I was not. I had something. But like,
okay, so let me put it like this: fuck you, Given Ant, you cunt. But thanks for stopping by.
Of course. How much is this? So section 330 is
yeah, get as close to the ring as you can.
Oh,
and show that shit on your stream.
That would
Yeah,
be
they're pretty close to getting like most of the
9,000
tickets
There's
sold. though.
$9,000, 2,000, 3,000.
That's like how far from the ring though? That's the question I have to ask.
Close.
Like pull it up on your stream and show. Like
Game Pass. Let me show it real quick.
yeah, like screenshot that.
Stub. Hub. Go here. I go to WrestleMania. WrestleMania.
And then the Raw after WrestleMania is probably expensive too because that's the one where they do all the crazy shit to start up the new year. Like you see people who weren't there before come back. Like Aleister Black is supposed to be coming back. Rusev has been re-signed. They'll probably be on the Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely push it. They'll definitely push it. They'll push new people. Hold on, let me double check. Go here. Booyah, good show.
I think who the fuck else was it that they re-signed? They re-signed one more person, but I can't remember who the fuck.
Okay, go here. Let me go to my windows. Okay, go here. There you go. So as you can see, so
I don't know if you pulled it up on your stream or
I
not.
did. I
But I don't see it.
It should be there.
Okay, there. It was a bit of a delay.
There you go here. So any Hooja Pajoozy, let me go here. So
They must have dropped some of the prices down. Oh, that's for Saturday only. Yeah, like that's one night only. Like the double prices are insane too.
you want your double pricing? I could do 2 days.
Yeah, for like the 2-night packages are insane as well.
So if I do one seat, one ticket.
I think most of the people have bought the 2-night passes though.
So if I go close, that's sold out. So you see, even over here, it's $800.
Mm-hmm. That's for one
$894.
night. So
But
double
no, 2
that for
nights.
2 nights.
No, it's 2
Usually,
nights.
if it's the same seat, for 2 nights, it's 800. Is that all the
Yeah.
way up in the nosebleeds?
Look, they show you picture right here.
I can't see
wait.
where you're at.
So look, I will show you here.
Row 15, row 15, like row 15
look,
seats
right here.
18 to 20? No.
Let me see where it could go.
1,441.
So this is close
308 all the way
here.
up there. Yeah, but you're looking at the ring through fucking binoculars all the way up there at the top.
For $3,000, for $4,000, you get this seat. For this one right here,
You're gonna have
yeah.
to like zoom in.
I am zooming.
Oh,
I'm
you
zooming.
you have it. Oh, you have it on the stream thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is $1,000 like to $1,700. This right here is like you can literally see the ring.
Yeah,
3,000,
that's right in front of the ring somewhere.
3,000, 5,000.
Why is that 3,000 and then the one down here is 9,000?
This is 9,000.
The hard cam sections are $9,000.
Yes, sir.
So the hard cam, the hard cam sections are where they film like all the entrances and everything, where they like turn, like when John Cena does like his turn with his hands in the air and shit. Like that's the camera section he's looking at. It's always south of the ring. These prices are all over the fucking place.
So do you
Can you
see
still
the-
click on a place that's not available and see how much it is for like front row for 2 nights?
Let me see if I can-
So like all the way at the top there in section 8. Can you try clicking that? Does that click at all? No. Okay.
I think that's also like I could do kind of over here. like roughly right here would be $4,000.
That's still fucking ridiculous. Like, I know that's
Ridiculous.
WrestleMania and shit, but oof.
$4,000.
They must have lowered those. Because I'm telling you, some of those motherfuckers for 2 nights were like $17,000.
So,
Which, if
Yeah,
I
that's-
was somebody who bought $17,000 tickets next to the ring and then they went down in price, I'd be pissed.
now my question to you is this: would you pay
No.
how much would you pay for WrestleMania tickets? 2,000.
Like, if it wasn't a matter of money, like if I had like an infinite resource of money, like I would probably pay that just for the experience of it. But like, I would rather be at home watching it on Peacock or whatever fucking station has it, like Netflix, like international, like for some people. For me, it's like Peacock and shit. Like, I would rather watch it on Peacock and listen to the commentators and everything else.
Okay. But yes, it sounds like you're getting a little bit sleepy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off in a second here because I'm
But-
ready to go to bed. So
Like I said, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you as always.
yeah, all right. Thanks for having me, Huggy.
Yes, keep on feeding me great stuff. If we see more interesting stuff, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye bye. I go here. Perfect. How long is the body cam thing? Oh, it's a long one.
Later in this video, I'll play the arrest body cam footage that has been sent to me, but first I'd like to do a recap of events as to how we got here. Both Ben and Grace
Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom while you guys listen to this.
have a history of physically abusing their family members.
Great. And I would love it if you and Jem could
Yes,
really
I did.
have
I
a
had
relationship.
to, Rini.
Ben is referring to the night he assaulted his son, where thereafter, when they went inside, Ben slapped Courtney so hard that he broke her glasses.
And why did you have to? Because
You
you
were
went
acting crazy.
When the kids were younger and Grace and John were fighting, at one point, I gave them 2 knives and said, "Go ahead, kill yourself."
Forget it. I'm done.
You just told. I was
Forget it. Forget it. Forget it.
just messaging him to see.
Yeah, all she wants to do is just.
My ex Hollywood Ben Thorpe. It's just like it's coming. Ow! Fucking bitch. Get up.
My scream.
That
Sexually explicit conversation in front of him. Retard. You know
Alright,
better than
gonna
that.
I didn't know Joe was behind me.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. And
You didn't know. No, that's a lie.
Okay.
That is a damn lie. You didn't know Joey was right there behind you.
no, I can't see him. Look at the screen.
Turn your head around. He's right there. You saw him. I'm not saying it's a big deal, but I'm just saying that's a lie.
Okay.
They said it's all. It's stupid.
All the police say that again. All the police.
That's all I have.
That last video was Ben's first domestic violence charge when he assaulted his son while his son was trying to flee the house. Then on March 9th, Ben did this on livestream.
Once again, I'm not showing you guys this. Well, I'm not gonna show all of that, but hold on. So, do I? Because it could be considered, like, it talked about the kicking stuff. Hold on, let me just see if I could just go here. Let me. Here you go. I fast forward the part where they where Grace gets kicked. I wanted to button this up real quick. There you go.
Joke for the stream. Can I even see him?
Is it raining where you live? What the fuck?
Let's be quiet right now.
Don't worry, Grace.
Let me fast forward this just a tiny bit.
Okay.
Based on whatever you guys had going on in your live stream today, so we recorded it, and it was like kicking you, right? So in Rhode Island, that's considered domestic assault, domestic violence, simple assault. All right, I understand you have your YouTube podcast and everything like that, whatever you guys do, but essentially.
But it was a joke, and I don't have any problem with what
Put our hands
happened.
are tied, okay? So what's gonna happen is he's gonna go to the station, he's gonna be processed.
Her bullshit, and they're gonna say that Ben is like some abuse victim, or sorry, that Grace is some abuse victim, and she's being abused by Ben.
Well, hold on. I just want to put this out there. There is some abusive stuff going on. First of all, there's like a trifecta of abuse. But what the fuck are you doing?
I renounce female rage. I'm sorry. I don't
God.
like being a woman who's angry. I love men, and I'm sorry if that offends women. I fucked up in my own ways, but I love men, and I hate female rage. I hate what it's done to me. I hate the devil. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Get out of me. I hate it. I don't think women are bad, but Jesus Christ, I've had enough of being a woman and being just lied to because I am one. I suck. I'm evil. I have a lot of evil. I have a lot of bad habits. And I appreciate the men that have tried to help me, including my father. And if anybody tries to take that away from me, I just think it's bullshit.
Grace was pretending that Ben was still in jail, but the next day Ben would come onto Discord to admit that he was at home during Grace's performance. Many of their viewers thought that it was her father, Ben, that told her to write "I love Dick" and "slut" on her forehead. So they asked him.
So you were not in jail yesterday, Ben? A bunch of people are hitting me up to ask you that question. You were out yesterday?
He was, but he was pretending not. He was pretending to still be there, and I think he told Grace to do all the. Ben, did you tell Grace to draw on her head and do all that shit? Be honest.
Did you get out this morning, today, or did you get out yesterday?
How do you feel about what she did there? About that? I'm curious. Losers like you would report me to the police, and I would go to prison.
Okay, so you can't tell us that you told her to draw a slut on her head and do all that, but I get you. I get you.
I can tell you that, but then I would be incriminating myself.
Ben would then do a single stream after going to court earlier in the day, where he would release a transcript he took from memory. Ben was refusing to take a public defender, and instead was insisting on defending himself. Here's how that ended. Judge, your theatrical presentation in the courtroom isn't necessary. This isn't Judge Judy. No TV cameras here. This is real life. And in real life, you have people who change stories all the time. Sometimes people invent stories. Sometimes people just do criminal actions because of stupidity. 2000 PR. No contact with Grace Thorpe. Do you want me to refer you to a public defender's office? Ben, no. March 29th is your next court date. You're all set. With a no contact order in place, the Thorpes were largely staying offline. Everyone knew they weren't obeying the court order no contact, and so it was probably a good idea for them to stay offline. Then Ben decided to go on Lauren De Laguna's, where he admits they were traveling together in the RV.
But let me tell you the lore on this guest before I bring him on. He is one of the most disgusting people, not only on YouTube, but in the entire planet. He is known, I swear to God, guys, this man that I'm about to bring on is literally known on YouTube and everywhere else for having sexual relations with his own daughter.
Lauren, how are you?
You're such a piece of shit. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. I recently went to court and
For beating your daughter?
for what?
For kicking your daughter?
For domestic violence, yeah.
Against your daughter? Yeah.
Well, not really against her, against the state. She was fine.
How can I help you, Ben?
So I was wondering if you could give me some advice on that because I didn't have any counsel, but not official advice because you're
I'm
not really a
legally
lawyer.
not allowed to give legal advice outside.
No,
of
just as a person.
Okay, fine.
He didn't want to go to a public defender, so he's asking someone online to do it. Oh my god, it's 9 minutes. But this whole thing with Grace, it's something to be. It's gonna be very interesting, and I got a wealth of documentaries I could go over. I could like. Yeah, I'll go over it and then like if I decide whenever the next time I'll stream, someone remind me to cover this if I don't have anything else on the horizon. But with that being said, again thanks to Victor Burns for coming out and giving his opinions on things and being a great guest. Thank you to Ruby for being wonderful and letting me coming on to her stream. So in any case, I hope everyone can like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also there's like a couple of shorts I posted. There's like a one long form video that I posted, so take a look if you can. And you'll have a wonderful night.